So first thing I want to do is I want to start cutting this off actually. I just want to cut it off flush here. And this is something that I'm doing because I actually like it. I took the time to go and design something for it is because I really want to use it. So as you can tell, I just cut that off very nice and clean, very easily. And hopefully this was the perfect size. Yep, really good sizing. Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at the LDARC or KingKong Tiny GT8. Now the reason why I'm falling in love with these is not because of their performance, but because of their plastic. Their plastic is ridiculously good. For example, the KingKong ET100. I have been using that one and also giving it to my friend who's been crashing it constantly. He has not even broken a single prop, which just says a lot, to be honest. So here's another one here today. It's called the Tiny GT8, and now this one is rocking a FrSky receiver, but not any FrSky receiver. It's a FrSky receiver that only runs S-Bus for some reason, and this is the version that I got. It also comes with Spectrum and I believe also FrSky as well. This is the FrSky version. Now the motors are 0804 motors, 7500 kV, which should be good. Let's get to something that's not really good on this quadcopter. Now before we begin, we're also going to see the flight footage. It flies spectacularly awesome, and this is the reason why I'm doing this special thing for it right now, which we'll see in a little bit. So let's take a look at the back side here, or the bottom side. Can you see this? This is the type of battery connector that it takes, and it takes the balance port of a 2S, which is something not really good and something you don't really want. And the battery holder is very proprietary, so if you bring in some other battery, as you can tell, it won't fit. And this is something that I really didn't want because it flies so good and it's so durable. So what I'm going to be doing right now is modifying it after I finish charging its original battery, so I can show you a couple flights, and then we're going to start by modifying it. I'm going to add a JST connector. I'm also going to cut this off, and I have designed and I'm currently 3D printing the part for this, which you can also find on Thingiverse, which will allow you to set up a battery strap for either, you know, it has different sizes. So if you want something this size, this skinny, you can go ahead and set up your battery strap under that. And if you wanted something bigger, you can do that as well, and you'll see that in a bit. Overall, this thing, you know, it's just the plastic that I really love, especially now in winter. This is what I'm going to be flying in the shop. And again, there's something also very important that I learned from this quadcopter here. Since it's FrSky, I said, you know what, I'm going to pick up my FrSky Nirvana transmitter. And when I did that, it binded, everything is great. And then I made sure that for some reason it wasn't working. And it said, okay, for some reason this FrSky receiver is S-Bus. So I changed the Nirvana to output S-Bus. It works perfect. But the only thing that works are channels 1 through 4. So every other auxiliary channel on the FrSky Nirvana will not work other than the gimbal. So whatever auxiliary you had will not work. So what instead I did is I brought my X-Lite with the IRX4 light module, plugged it in, and now I'm using the auxiliaries as I want, and I have set it up to S-Bus here. This is a really nice and quick solution just for, you know, your indoor phone. I'm actually really loving this. Since I'm using it more often, I'm actually really starting to appreciate this whole setup right here. It's just really nice actually. Alright, so the battery's done. I'm going to go take it for a quick flight around the shop here, show you the footage. We're going to come back. By then the 3D printer should be done, and we're going to start modifying it to take other batteries, and we're going to test a 3S also on this, which I think might be a bit too much, especially for indoors here, but we'll see that in a bit, and let's start flying. Alright guys, so you saw how it flies on the normal setup, and it's actually pretty efficient. I think I got like 5 minutes of flight time. However, I had to cut the recording somewhat because the crashes. Anyways, so let's take a look at what I'm going to do here right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to remove this, desolder this right here from the connector, and we're going to set it up with a JST. And then again, the reason why I'm doing this is because I really like it and I really want to keep using it. And I've designed this piece right here. It takes M2 screws, and what they're going to do is they're going to go through and catch on these two here. So it'll be like this, and we're going to have to cut this off, and then this way we can incorporate a battery strap, and then we can put whatever battery we want. So first thing I want to do is I want to start cutting this off. Actually, I just want to cut it off flush here, and this is something that I'm doing because I actually like it. I took the time to go and design something for it is because I really want to use it. So as you can tell, I just cut that off very nice and clean, very easily. And hopefully this was the perfect size. Yep, really good sizing. And we just set that up there. So before doing that, let's set up our battery strap here. I'll have a link to some of these battery straps. It's going to go like this. So we want it to go in like this. I put 2 different sizes just in case you're using smaller batteries. Now it does come with a 300 something milliamp battery, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put Infinity Graphene 550 milliamp 3S, and we're going to see if it'll actually catch fire or fly. It's going to be unflyable in here if it actually works, because it's going to be really quick. Probably too insane for the shop here. Plus, I'm sorry about the lighting in the shop. It's just it's getting nighttime now. The sun's going down earlier. Alright, so let's see, what's the next step? So I'm going to go ahead, as you can tell right inside there, I'm going to desolder those and then solder a JST. I'll have a link to everything I'm using here down below. So if you didn't know where to get any of this stuff, you can go ahead and check those links out below. And not only that, they really support the channel if you click the link before purchasing anything. So that'd be super awesome. So make sure you click the link to this guy. Okay, so I'm preparing the soldering station. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to do it real quick off camera, and then we'll just come back, and because I don't want to waste your time, and then see how it tests on the 3S. Alright guys, so let's take a look at what I did here. So instead of desoldering it straight from the board, because I really didn't want to take it apart, and it was I didn't want to melt anything down there from the plastic also. So I just cut the wires and added some heat shrink, and I was good to go in that perspective. Now the size and the design, this is actually the first printout that came out. I mean, it's the first design, and it just fit perfect. You need to take note, this will go sideways, as you can tell, like this, because the dimensions from here to here is completely different. So yeah, this will fit just perfect. Insane. M2 screws. I'll have a link to these M2 screws below. Just use, these. I don't know. This is 8.5 millimeters. So maybe a 9 millimeter screw or a 10 millimeter M2 screw here should be fine. So diameter is 2 millimeters. Length anywhere between 9 and 10, I would say. That's what you should use, because this whole thing from the green plastic is 8.5 millimeters, if I remember correctly. That's how I designed it. And then it just uses the existing holes just like this, and it doesn't hit the current screw right there. So that's perfect in that perspective. And should we try a 3S right now? Let's try plugging it in together, and then we'll see if it's going to catch fire or not. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is the battery that it came with. It's 380 milliamp 2S LiPo. And now I'm going to put a 550 milliamp 3S in graphene LiPo. It's going to be pretty crazy. I also have these 2S 450s, which, before it wouldn't fit, but now I can get this to fit. If I use the correct mounting holes, you can tell I can just grab the battery strap and put it into one of these. Then I can get a better grip. And obviously a better battery strap would do it good as well. So let's just see now. I wonder if it's going to fly good. It's going to be very difficult to tell you how good it flies because I'm in such a tight space here. So we're just going to have to see what's going to happen. The battery is bigger than the quad. So this is a 3S, and it's not rated for a 3S. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm a bit scared. So ready, steady, go. Okay. That's nice. All right, well, I'm going to grab my goggles and we're going to fly. Let's go ahead and check this out. All right, guys, so I just flew it, but I want to tell you what happened before I show you the footage. It flew just fine, and I was just a little bit scared to push it too hard because I didn't want it to catch fire while I have the goggles on and look for the fire extinguisher. So I was taking it easy, and then I started to build more trust in it. And as it's flying past me and the wind is coming to me, there's this really nasty smell. And it's the motors. They didn't burn, but these motors cannot take a 3S. So I just unplugged it once I smelt it, and they're really burning hot. But yeah, they're really, really hot. So what the smell that you usually smell when it gets really hot, that's the coating on the copper. And when that burns away, then it creates a short, and that's how you burn your whole your motor. But here we're still fine. So don't put this on anything above 2S. Just the motors can't handle it, but the electronics inside, the ESCs, everything seems to be handling just fine. So yeah, at least we did this mod, so now we can, you know, fit other 2S lipos with, you know, JST or Xt30, whatever you want. So overall, like this, it's a better solution, and I'm really satisfied with how this plastic piece actually came out. And well, I'm gonna leave you guys with the 3S flight footage. Overall, it's a really nice 2S indoor flyer. I wish I had a little bit more room, but the reason why I'm tending to fly this one in the ET100 is because of their durability. The plastic on board and the distance between the propellers and the plastic here is great. I'm not really breaking the propellers, and then I've crashed upside down. There's a bunch of crashes that I cut out and that I'm constantly crashing, and I haven't had to change a prop once, which is something I really like about these. KingKong is really doing something right with these. I just wish they continue and they just keep upgrading it just right. And yeah, I really love this as an indoor flyer here. And yeah, it was really awesome with this thing too, so that was really cool. Alright guys, so I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And all the links are below, so if you could check those out, those greatly support the channel. And well, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.